last time.
Well, I don't understand why the microphone has to be a foot from my face and
Again,
3 feet from your face.
Because you are so quiet.
Does anyone that knows me think that my voice is quiet?
It can be.
When you start going down a rabbit trail, you kind of start trailing off on volume. You don't have that fireground voice all the time. So
Is this like when your real friends tell you the real deal about yourself and nobody else will tell you?
Here's the deal. You're quiet sometimes.
Oh, are we having candy for breakfast with your monster? Good, yes. What were you going to say? Oh, good. You both have monsters. Well, that's perfect. Isn't that perfect?
Last time.
Well, I don't understand why the microphone has to be a foot from my face and 3 feet from your face.
Because you are so quiet.
Does anyone that knows me think that my voice is quiet?
It can be.
When you start going down a rabbit trail, you kind of start trailing off on volume. You don't have that fireground voice all the time. So
Is this like when your real friends tell you the real deal about yourself and nobody else will tell you?
Here's the deal. You're quiet sometimes.
Oh, are we having candy for breakfast with your monster? Good, yes. What were you going to say? Oh, good. You both have monsters. Well, that's perfect. Isn't that perfect? Yeah. I have water. It's appropriate.
This is water. It's carbonated. Oh, these stupid things. We need new computers. Oh, by the way, so we've been talking forever about getting new doors for... We just need somebody to break them so that we actually have to replace them, right?
Listen here. That is not the way to do it.
No, it's not.
By the way...
You are correct.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so backstory, everyone. This weekend there was a call and somebody inadvertently closed one of the apparatus bay doors before an apparatus had left the bay completely.
So let's backstory to the backstory.
Okay.
Right? So we had a technical rescue call that required our rescue to get out the door. Well, our volunteers came to get the rescue. Mm-hmm. And the rescue was dead. Mm. So that door was open because they were going to pull the rescue out. Mm-hmm. So they opened the door as they were walking over to the rescue. They jumped the rescue. Mm-hmm. Rescue's dead. Mm-hmm. So they proceeded to take all of the rope equipment out of the rescue, put it in the utility. And then some people took the utility while a couple others were going to jump in the engine and take off. Mm-hmm. Well... Instead of, because of where the rescue and the engine are parked in the bay, someone went to push the rescue button to close the door and hit the wrong button. And what
happened?
What's right behind the rescue?
Oh gosh, is it the engine?
The engine that's pulling out, so that
the white whale.
That button got hit, so it came down on as the engine's pulling out. Yeah, that's what happens.
Oh, okay.
So, couple fixes. One, we have to... And then they finally get that kind of taken care of so that they could go on the call, and then somebody goes to push the button door to get the medic door to drop, and then that door just buckles.
Welcome to my world on a Monday morning.
Well...
Did I say that loud enough?
No, you didn't.
Because
we've been saying for how many years now that
You've
those
been
doors
saying
are
for
going
a couple years
that those doors are going to go.
Yes, and we keep putting it off because we have other things that take precedence.
But
now
we have 2 doors that we need fixed.
Yeah. Whatever, we can talk about this later, but whatever we get, can we just, here's my 2 cents. No one listens to me, I'm just the office lady. We need to have a safety feature on the garage doors. So, like my garage door at home, if it comes down and it touches
has the lasers
something,
at the bottom.
if it touches anything.
Well, it also should have the
yes,
lasers at the bottom
it
that
does.
if that laser's broken, it won't open or close.
Mm. So,
Yes.
yes, we definitely need that safety feature because I feel like if we would have had it, maybe it wouldn't have come down on the engine.
We also
Because mine, if it touches anything, it immediately stops and goes back up.
we also need garage door openers in the rigs
Oh, that'd be awesome.
so
Yeah.
that somebody's not going
Yeah.
over and pushing the buttons on the side of the wall.
Yeah, it'd be great because that way when you guys leave,
You can just hit the garage
hit
door
the
open.
button.
Yeah.
And then and a lot of times there's not a lot of crew, so when you come back, it'd also be nice if you could hit a button and the door would raise. I mean, it all makes sense. I get it. I
Yep.
get it.
It's all money. That's
I didn't realize you were going to do it this way. You and old Chiefer were going to make this happen so that we could
Oh
get
yeah,
them
it was just
this
our
year.
this was just our evil plan to replace doors. Make sure that everything's broken when you get back on a Tuesday because it's Tuesday.
On a Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say this. Tuesday. Is it just me? Look at little Mooch eating her candy, looking
Farming.
at her phone.
Tic Tac.
Is it just me, but after you have a long weekend, maybe I think you're going to say it's just me, that maybe you don't want to get out of bed when you got to get
Oh
up
no,
that
it's not
morning.
just you.
And maybe it just takes you just dragging your feet just a little bit longer than you usually would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, no, that's a real thing.
Always. Did you say always, Moocher?
That's
Yeah.
that's because you're a kid.
Yeah.
You never want to get out of bed.
Yes, that's true.
I've been in
Yes.
bed for the last 4 days.
4
And-
days?
How can you survive?
Were you
I
sick?
find a really good show to watch,
Oh, really
and I
good
can sit
show.
there for hours.
What show was it? Can you say?
It's kind of just like a mix of all the ones I've already watched.
Mhm.
I watched a lot of The Rookie, Criminal Minds, 911.
Okay. I'd say I don't like to watch something if well, it's got to be super special for me to watch it twice.
I
Like
don't-
even like a series. Once I watched it, like even if it's my most favorite, like Breaking Bad is my favorite. But even with that, once I've watched it, I've watched it. I have no desire to go back and watch it again. It's amazing and I love it, but I have no desire to go back and watch
I
it.
can't
again.
watch any first responder shows.
I'm aware you or Joe can't watch. It's like my husband watching a Western and he breaks down how that's not the right gun or why this was this
Yeah,
way or they wouldn't
that gun-
use that.
well,
That's
that
the
gun
way
wasn't
these
used-
guys are.
In the westerns, right? That gun wouldn't have been used in that period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like the gun's newer than where the show's taking place.
Yeah, but honestly, any shoot 'em up show, Oli will do that way. He actually, if he had the remote, which usually he just gives it to me because he doesn't want to deal with it. If he just had it, he would actually pause the movie and rewind and make me look at the gun. Like, do you think I know?
Maybe.
Look at that gun. Look at that. Look at that's not. They wouldn't use it. Look at that. It's not even cocked right. Blah blah something. And I'm like, oh, that's good on you, Oli, for catching that one. And then we can move on with the movie. Anyway,
Yeah.
by the way, we watched Kandahar last night. Have you seen Kandahar?
That sounds like that's Afghanistan.
Yeah. What's that guy's name? I can't think. It's a big actor was in it. It's very confusing to us. Maybe we have simple minds, but we couldn't figure out who was the good guys and who was the bad guys in half of this movie. I mean, it was good. It was very action packed. It was on Hulu. Because we were gonna watch. Oli said, "Well, can you find a movie for us to watch?" And I said, "We don't like the same shows." And he said, "We like westerns." So I found him a western from 2015. He did not like that western. He didn't like how it started. That like within 5 minutes, what's this about? And so I just said, forget it. And I just exited. We're not doing this. So I just exited right out of that one, and we watched Kandahar.
Well, you can't watch anything from 2015. It's too new.
Apparently, I can't even remember the name. It was on Hulu. I can't remember the name of it. We'd never heard of it. Anyway, we didn't watch it. So,
Okay.
football. The Broncos won their game.
Oh yeah, they're out of the playoffs.
They're out of playoffs.
But the new kid did real good.
I didn't want the new quarterback.
Yeah, Jason Stidham.
How do you think your ex-quarterback feels about all that? That finally, when they sit him, didn't they just bench him? Or they
So
actually get
there's
rid? Did they give him walking papers?
No, they just benched him.
Yeah.
There's a big kerfuffle going on in the Broncos organization right now.
Because of all this?
Oh yeah,
you
because
tell.
oh yes, because Russell Wilson came out and said that after their win against the Chiefs, they told him to renegotiate his
Contract?
injury contract, because even if he's injured, he's guaranteed $37 million through 2025.
Okay.
So
Was he injured?
whether he's playing or not, he gets that money.
Yeah.
Right? Well, the Broncos also have a salary cap issue that they're dealing with because they're paying him a boatload of money for losing games, which they don't like. And because he's under contract until 2025 or whatever, they can't give him some walking papers because he's under contract.
Because they signed a contract.
Right. So, unless he wants to demand a trade, or if they work something out with his agent, they can't get rid of him. So after the Chiefs win, they told him to renegotiate his contract, or he'll be benched.
So he wouldn't renegotiate it.
Correct.
And so they benched him.
Correct.
But they still got to pay him.
Correct. Here's the other issue.
Yes.
The NFL Players Association, the
listening.
NFL union, found out that this was happening, and now the Broncos are under a... Hang on, the heater has to blow up before we could talk about anything.
Yes, carry on.
So the NFL union, the Players Union, found out about this because, of course, Russell Wilson said this on national television. So now the Broncos are under scrutiny and will be facing arbitration because benching a player for not renegotiating his contract is illegal, and bad things are about to happen to the Broncos organization.
Wow.
Good thing John Elway retired.
Huh.
So that's fun.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so the Broncos. Oh gosh, I think the Raiders didn't win either. Oh, that's too bad. And then, so the Raiders aren't going to the playoffs.
Yeah, Broncos and Raiders are now out.
They're out.
Since the Raiders
Hold on, the Eagles lost to the freaking Falcons.
What is going on?
I think there's just. I think that team has got to be like
the first
exhausted.
11 games they were 10-1, and now they're like 1-5.
I don't know. So, but the Eagles are still going to the playoffs.
Yeah, they've got. I think they still have the number 1 seed in their conference.
Do they?
I think so. Who's in their conference? Eagles, Bills.
Bills aren't. Bills are looking for, what did you call that thing?
Wild card.
Wild card. Bills are wild card.
Hang on.
Miami. Miami's not on top.
I don't think as. Oh no, they lost to the Cardinals, not the Falcons.
I think it's the 49ers on top.
We're talking about conferences, not the whole deal.
Okay. I don't understand all of that.
Yeah, I can tell. You're killing me, Smalls.
I'm still
Cowboys.
learning. The Cowboys are the number 1 seed?
Number 1 in NFC East.
NFC East.
Conferences.
Okay, but NFC West is my Chiefies.
No, they're the AFC.
AFC. Okay, but they're the top seed.
In the AFC West.
I get confused on that. This is my first big NFL year.
So
and I love it.
All NFC, AFC,
Will
right?
teaches me things.
NFC, AFC. So when football was just starting, it used to be
back then.
Yeah,
okay.
before the Super Bowl. It used to be the AFL and the NFL, American Football League, National Football League.
Okay.
They turned those into conferences so that the AFL and NFL could play against each other in the Super Bowl
But they all got to play their own little
right.
first.
So right now, 4 conferences in both the NFL, NFC.
North, South, East, West?
Yes.
Okay.
So right now in the NFC East, Cowboys are on top because they beat the Eagles. They both have the same record, 11-5, but because the Cowboys beat the Eagles, they're on the top in the NFC East. Right now, number 1 seed in all of the NFC is the 49ers.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They're 12-4.
Yeah, they're kicking some butt. 49ers are kicking some butt. But those Ravens, get out of here. Who's playing Ravens next week?
Yeah, right now the Ravens are on top in the in the AFC.
I call it. I think that the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. I think the Ravens are going. Who's going to beat those guys? Who did they just play?
I feel like they just lost.
No, they
ago.
didn't.
The Ravens just destroyed the Dolphins.
That's right. It was ridiculous.
Sorry, Boxman.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, Boxman.
Both of his teams lost.
Stop saying that. He was very upset about it. Don't talk about it.
Hey, Boxman.
It's okay, Boxman.
Boxman.
You'll get him next time.
Your Eagles aren't flying and your Dolphins aren't swimming. How do you feel?
But the Chiefs, woohoo! They did good.
The Ravens play the Steelers.
Oh, well, the
That
Ravens are
ain't-
going to win.
The Ravens even beat the Niners.
I know, and I thought the 49ers were like, get out of here. They were so good, and the Ravens beat the 49ers, and I'm like, Ravens are going to Super Bowl.
I don't know.
They want it really bad. I think the Ravens are going.
I feel like they just lost not too long ago to a really crummy team. Who was it? Let's see here. We'll find it. We'll find it. Oh, they haven't lost a lot. The Browns. They lost to the Browns.
The Browns have come on. I watched last week, not this week. Last week I watched a game with the Browns and somebody, and the Browns whooped the snot out of whoever it was.
Joe Flacco's back. That's why.
Joe Flacco. Yeah, that's crazy.
Did you see
He's
him?
cool.
Did you see him fall asleep on the bench?
Yes. I liked at the end, because I like these family fellas. I liked that they did. I had to watch it on Peacock because it was on Channel 8, but I can't watch anything on Channel 8. Thanks, DirecTV. And so I watched it on Peacock.
Well, we don't need DirecTV as a sponsor. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, no, we don't. And, they were giving a big interview. He was super cool in his interview. And then all of his kids came out. And his whole
He's
face.
got like 12 kids.
Yeah, his whole face lit up when his kids came out. It was the sweetest
Could you imagine?
thing.
I'd be falling asleep on the bench too if I had that many kids.
I don't know. I like Joe Flacco. I really do. And I think, and I like that the Browns are doing really good.
I was kind of disappointed when the Broncos got rid of him.
I didn't even know. Honestly, it's my first NFL year. I didn't even know it was the Broncos that got rid of him.
But instead, they got old Russell Wilson.
Because didn't they? Okay, so Joe Flacco. So they, he didn't have a contract. He was sitting at home, if I'm right. He was sitting at home with nothing to do. And then something happened with the Browns. Their quarterback got hurt, and they needed a quarterback. And they called him on the phone.
Mayfield?
I can't remember.
Baker Mayfield?
I don't know. And I think they were saying that he got that phone call, and he was like, yes. And he was happy to come back. And then, he's having a great time with the Browns. And the Browns fans have embraced him, and they flippin' love that guy. They're chanting Flacco from the stands. It was awesome. Anyway, I just want everyone to know the reason that I am really hooked on football now. You can all.
It's because Oli hates it. Duh.
Oli does not like football, but he lets me watch it as much as I want. He's like, I know you like football. It's Larry Boxman got me hooked. He's been trying to get me hooked for the last 3 years, and I never really got into it. And then I don't know what happened. I know what happened. Last year we watched the Super Bowl together. All of me and Haley, Larry, Oli came over, Steve Berg came over. They didn't stay that long because they're not big football guys.
There's that.
And Sean Wood was there, and we all watched, and everybody wanted the Eagles to win. Everybody in these offices said the Eagles were winning, and so of course I had to go with somebody just so that I could be different, and I like to be a little ornery, so I chose the Chiefs, and then they won. And that was the best day ever. And so now I'm a Chiefs fan, and I flipping love the NFL. And the weekends, I told Oli last night, I said, guess what, Oli? Next weekend, the NFL's playing Saturday and Sunday. So, but he lets me watch as much of it as I want.
Oh, poor Olaf.
He does. He just looks at his little phone, does his own thing, and yeah. So anyway, I'm super excited. I went on to the NFL store and
bought your Mahomes?
No, I did not buy a jersey. I just
A
bought
Mahomey and a Mahato?
No. You know what? By the way, they kept showing Kelsey's jersey,
Mhm.
but they never showed me like when I'm flipping through. I mean, I know I could go find it, but like
Well, that's because
Kelsey's all everywhere.
That's because Swift, Taylor Swift.
I
made
think
him
it is
famous.
because I was looking in the women's clothing,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, 'cause
all
all
they
the
wanted to
Swifties-
do was pop
all the
up Kelsey,
Swifties
and I'm
need
like,
a pink Travis Kelce jersey.
I don't want to pink anything, but I want if I'm getting a jersey, I'm getting my homie's jersey, and that's just how it's gonna be. But I didn't. I got a really beautiful pullover, like one of those kind of, I guess, but it's a little bit nicer material. And it's just got the little Kansas City Chief emblem right here, and it's that gorgeous crimson red. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Oh, you mean the colors our engine should be?
Anyway, so I got
Oh,
that.
we don't want to talk about that. I see how it is.
And I have decided that next fall,
Mhm.
I'm going to deck out every day that the Chiefs play. I will be in full
So
Chief gear.
are
If
we
they
sa-
play on a Monday night, if they play on a Thursday night,
Oh,
I'm coming to work.
so you're
I'm
saying
chiefed out.
we need to have NFL Thursdays and NFL Mondays. So if our team's playing,
I mean, I'm not going all the way down to the shoes, man. I'm going to totally chief out. They have all these different kinds of shoes. You guys, you have no idea. When you come in here, you'll know who
all
I'm
right.
rooting for.
So next year Thursdays, since
I'm gonna
Thursday.
get earrings, everything. I'm gonna be chiefed. I'm gonna be red, everything red or yellow.
So Thursdays next year, because that's kind of our Friday,
Mm-hmm.
is NFL Day.
Yes. Yes.
Alright.
Yeah. Chiefs Joe will be real hard. It's black and silver for his team, and
What's
he
wrong
wears
with that?
black already. So what's he gonna do? Look at me. In
What's
my
wrong with that?
NFL gear, kind of.
I'll bring my Broncos jersey in.
Okay. That's it.
That's all.
I'm
I
gonna
got.
deck the whole way out.
That's all I got.
We'll get something else. Pick a team.
She's got the
Pick a
Chargers.
team, Mooch.
She's got the Chargers. We already gave her a team.
Oh yeah, I think next week Chiefs play the Rams.
Do they play the Rams? Usually
It's either the Rams or the Chargers. I think it's the Rams.
Chargers
Is it Chargers?
because it's usually their conference.
I'm so excited. Why am I so excited about it?
Yeah, they play Chargers.
Okay, they're playing Chargers. I'm so freaking excited.
I'm gonna laugh when the Chargers win.
I came in here with this conversation and said, "Oh, your Broncos won,
yeah.
Will. Look how
Yeah.
nice I was."
Yeah, that's
Not
fine.
anymore. It's on.
It's all right. Broncos play the Raiders. Actually.
I know. Broncos are Will's team, and the Raiders are Chief.
I won't be surprised when the Raiders just throttle them.
And gosh, I feel like Chief Joe could get a little sensitive about his Raiders if you pick on him too much about him. But you won't, and you're already saying that
Oh, the
his Raiders.
Have you seen the Raiders play the last
I
few
did
weeks?
see the Raiders play the other day. Yeah, they were very aggressive.
Yes.
Was that against my boys?
Oh yeah,
They whooped the sun out of
they
my
throttled
boys.
them.
Yeah, they did.
And Mahomes got upset again because he's Mahomes.
No, I don't care what you guys say. I think that my homie, not your homie, my homie, is very passionate about his game. And he is very passionate about his game. And therefore, when you are really passionate and you want to win that bad,
Mm-hmm.
you get excited.
Is that the same?
I forgive
Is that
my
the same
homie.
game that Andy Reid wouldn't give Kelsey his helmet back?
No, he did it
'Cause he
the week
threw-
before, and
Oh,
then Kelsey
okay.
did that the week after that.
Yeah.
No, and then
Kel-
Kelsey did that. Mahomie had a little moment, and then the next week, Kelsey had a moment. Hey, I don't care. I love them. They can do no wrong. They can do no wrong. My Chiefs.
See, at least I admit when my team is horrible.
My team's not horrible.
acting like little crybabies.
I think that Patrick Mahomes and Travis, call me, and I'll come to one of your games. Decked out. It'll be fun.
Just leave the tickets at Will Call. She'll pick them up.
Yeah, put wherever that is. I'll find out. Will tell me where that is.
It's somewhere. On a different note, if we're talking college football, because you hate college football, which I think honestly,
Ducks won.
yeah, the Ducks did win.
I was thinking about naming one of my horses Bo Nix.
Hey, that'd be a good name.
I was thinking about that. Maybe I'll name all my I probably shouldn't say that. Maybe I name all my horses, baby horses, quarterback names for the NFL for the next 5 million years.
I don't know. Bo Nix would be a good. That'd be a good horse name.
Bo Nix. If I have a gelding, if I have a colt, I mean, won't be a gelding yet. If I have a colt, I will see if that name is open.
But anyways, because it's college football playoff time, because all the other bowls don't matter.
Yeah, Liberty. They beat Liberty.
Oh, they throttled Liberty.
And then, but wait a minute. Washington. How did Washington
won.
do? Against
Texas.
Against Texas.
So it's going to be Washington, Michigan in the college football championship. So we're going back to
Alabama. Is it Alabama?
Alabama lost.
Alabama lost.
Yeah.
To Michigan?
Michigan beat them.
Wow.
In overtime.
Okay. I don't know much about college football. This is off of what you guys talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Because Alabama has won the last few years, right? Against like
No.
I thought Alabama did really
Georgia
good.
has.
Oh, Georgia.
Georgia two-peated.
So where's Georgia at right now?
Georgia's done.
Georgia's done?
Georgia throttled Florida State like 65-3.
But they're done?
Yeah.
So they don't. Their season's over.
They never made it into the playoff.
Wow.
So the playoff this year is only 4 teams. So that was Texas, Washington, Alabama, Michigan.
Okay, so what happens now?
So now Michigan, Washington play for the national championship.
When's that?
Monday?
I'd watch that. Not next Monday?
Next Monday.
Oh my gosh.
Hang on.
You got the football right now is amazing. You could almost watch football every day. That'd be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of next week. Football.
Yeah, Monday at 7:30
Okay.
p.m.
What channel is that on? ESPN?
Yep.
Okay.
ESPN. Good thing we have ESPN here now.
No, I think I can watch it on one of my. It'll stream either on Peacock or it'll stream either on Peacock or Paramount.
You've got it on DirecTV.
Do I?
Yeah. I know, because I've watched games on
Oh, good. Thank you, Will.
Anytime.
I mean, no, we don't.
So, yeah, anyway. The Ducks throttled Liberty. Georgia just dominated Florida State. It was embarrassing to watch.
Wow.
It was
What was the score?
like 65-3.
Wow. Ooh. That's almost as bad as
Georgia
the
was
Ravens and-
Georgia was not
That's
happy
what
that they didn't make the college football playoff because they lost a game, so they got kicked out.
Wow.
And then Florida State was upset because they hadn't lost a game, and they never made it into Texas. No, Alabama jumped in front of Florida State.
Alabama.
And Florida State just got destroyed. It was awful.
Wow. There was one of the games this weekend, NFL games. It was the Panthers or something and somebody else's. And I feel like the Panthers never scored a point.
No, the Panthers haven't been good for years.
Anyway, I thought that would
let's see.
kind of suck if you were on that team.
Thursday.
Wouldn't it suck? Sure. Not 1 point.
Yeah.
That's all you got?
They
Of
lost.
all the sports you played, if you didn't get... Did you ever play a game where you didn't get any points?
Yeah.
Did it suck?
It was probably softball.
She didn't want it bad enough.
I didn't really care.
Yeah, the Panthers played the Jaguars 26-0.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay, so anyway, that was my football weekend. It was amazing, and I loved every minute of it. Why I watched the Vikings somebody else game that night, I'm not sure. The Vikings,
Because it was
poor
football?
Viking, yeah, because it was football, and
Is Kirk Cousins back yet? Or
Kirk Cousins was on the sidelines.
Oh,
No,
okay.
they're on their fourth quarterback.
Yeah,
The Vikings are on their fourth quarterback, and the weird-looking guy that you and I talked about.
Oh yeah.
Nope, they took him out. I mean, he's still there,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not playing the quarterback. Now they got some. I think they're just trying out these other quarterbacks to see what works well, I guess. But Cousins is on the sidelines. That's a good-looking guy. That's a good-looking guy. Sorry, I know you guys don't think that, but Kirk Cousins is good-looking. And he's on sidelines. He's got the little thing in his ear, and he's helping coach the
Mhm.
quarterback and try and help him and everything. And I guess he's really supportive. Like, the guy went out and made one bad play or something, but he came in and he's like patting him on the shoulder saying, look, I mean, that could have happened to anybody, blah, blah, blah. And he's trying to help him.
Have you been on the sidelines with them? You know what they're saying?
They were talking about it when they were showing. Are you laughing?
Yeah, of course she's laughing.
They were on the sidelines, and the
Who's-
commentators were talking about
The-
how Kirk is being a great guy.
The commentators are on the sidelines. They're not up in a press
Why
box.
are you talking? You just like to irritate me.
I do. It's fun. It's really fun. Because, Chiefy said that our podcasts aren't as good as they used to be. So I got to light a little bit of fire underneath you to get you all riled up.
That's terrible.
It's real fun.
This is these guys. This is what they
It's fun
do
for
to
me.
This is what they do to me all day.
I've got to think about fixing doors and other
There's
stuff.
sometimes they get me so riled up I can't speak. And I stutter because they've got me
It's
so
fun
wound
to me.
tight.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly like that.
And then the door slams. So great. Oh, by the way, we have a new subscriber. We have a new follower. Yeah.
Who?
Mi madre.
Your mom.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Paula.
Oh, and she told me the story that you've told me several times
Which is?
about Camp 18. You find in your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. She told me that story.
Yep.
Because she remembers it just as well as you do.
Yep. It was a pivotal moment in my life.
And she couldn't remember if it was a busser or a dishwasher. And she's like, you better figure out how to find your voice. Otherwise,
They'll just take advantage of you.
Yep. And now Marianne's.
Found my voice, Paula. She always said, she said, I used to be like you. I remember her telling me that she said, I used to be like you, and I would, kind of a yes lady, and she would just do whatever anybody asked her to do. And she says, I used to be like that. But she said, you got to find your voice. You have to learn how to say no. And I did have to learn. You had to learn how to say no. Especially a place like Camp 18. They're a great place. Go eat there. There's nothing wrong with any of that. But it's a it can be very fast paced. A lot of time, and it's a huge serving floor, and a lot of times you're understaffed, and you better be able to multitask, and you have to be able to work with all the different people that are working there. You've got bussers and cooks and wait staff and hostesses and managers and all these different people. And because a lot of times we were understaffed, they always want you to come in and work, or they want you to do this and that. And there was a time that I hardly saw my husband because I worked so much, and it was irritating my husband. He's like, you got to be kidding me. And I would go into work for everything, and I had to start saying no to that. And then you just have to, I think part of it is growing up too. And working with people long enough, you finally have to learn how to say no. And at a place like that, where you got a lot of strong women working there, and there is a lot of very strong women working there, you have to stand up for yourself, or you'll never make it. They will walk all over you, and you'll go home and ball up in a corner and cry like a baby if you don't learn how to stand on your own 2 feet. And if you can stand on your own 2 feet, and they know you can, everyone's good. It's almost like, okay, I know she's good. I know she's good. And everyone's good. But if you can't, they can eat you for lunch. They'll eat you alive. So that's how it was anyway.
But my mom spent hours watching all of our podcasts to get caught up.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. She spent,
Miss Paula.
2 days watching
The
all the
nicest
fun.
lady. I love her.
And she's like, it's so funny seeing Marianne now, and I remember when I first met her at Camp 18.
I was just a baby.
And now she's got a mouth on her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm a powerful woman, as in I'll use my voice, and I will stand up for myself.
She'll definitely use her voice.
And sometimes I'll say, I probably hurt these guys' feelings a little bit sometimes, because I think things just bounce off Will. I
don't have any feelings.
I just say what I feel I want to say. They allow me, I'm not saying it because they're a man, that they as management allow me to be free enough with my words to say what I'm thinking. So they could choose to shut me down, but they don't, and they let me be who I am, and I think that's what makes us a really good unit.
That's what makes us work. Everybody's
Because I might see something you don't see, and vice versa. And when we're allowed to be free, like in a meeting, and we're allowed to be free with our words and say what we want to say, I just feel like it gives us a better opportunity to make the right decision in the end. So that's what I think.
that's why we work so well as a collective unit.
Yes. And the other thing is this.
Oh, great.
I can be Mrs. What do you call me? Crabapple?
Crabapple. Yes.
Yeah, I can be a little crabby. And I found my voice. And so I can be kind of ornery sometimes. A lot of times. And the great thing about you, as I've said this before, is stuff just bounces off. He was raised with girls. He was raised with girls, and they're crotchety and crabby and all the things. And so I can be crabby, and he'll just look at me and go, "You having a bad day?" And it just kind of bounces off of
What's
him,
really fun is
which is perfect.
when she goes and shuts her door because she's cranky.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Some people have a key to said door, and they'll just go unlock the door and see what she needs.
Yeah, I know. If I hear the door jiggling, it's because Will's got his stinking keys, and he'll open up and go, "Hey, what's up? What are you doing in there?"
Hey, why don't you come out and join the rest of the crowd?
No.
It's fun out here. Nope.
Nope.
We're hermity today, and we're crouching.
I'll be like,
in.
if you want to open that door, you better step inside and then shut it again.
Yeah, so that's fun. So moving on? How was your New Year's? Did you watch the ball drop?
No, I think I fell asleep at 10:30.
You could have watched the ball drop then.
Okay, and then what?
It drops at 9.
What did I? No, I wanted to watch. Oh, I started watching this new series. I can't think of what it is.
I thought you would watch your Rockin' New Year's Eve with your
I
boys.
wanted to, but when I finally found it, it was on CNN. I guess is where they have it with Andy Carson and what's his name. The ball had already dropped. When I checked it, it was like 12:30 in New York City, and the ball had dropped, and it was over. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" I didn't even get to watch it. I watched some show. Oli wasn't crazy about it. I can't. It was a streaming show. I can't. I'll tell you what it was. Anyway, it's really good. It's very exciting, and I loved it so much. And Fargo.
Oh yeah, I've heard some things about Fargo.
Bad things. I love it.
Yeah,
So the new season. I think there were 7 episodes out. So I started watching Fargo. Oli wasn't crazy about it, but I was, and I liked it. And I think this next week will be the last installment of this season. It's really good. Every season of Fargo, it's a new storyline, completely new storyline, but it's a true storyline. It's like the events in the storyline actually happen. I think that's why it's almost like you cannot make this stuff up. That's how it's like so crazy you can't make it up. It's legit. It's legitimate. This actually happened. Anyway, it's really neat. I like it. I like it a lot.
Well,
What'd you do?
Made a trip over to Christmas Valley.
I want to see your mummy and your daddy.
Yeah. So, funny story. Friday, my wife gets a text saying that she needed to convince me to come over because my dad needed help.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So my wife tells me this. Nobody's talking to me about it. Why would they? Right? I don't make my plans, apparently. So there was some back and forth between me and my wife. And she's like, you need to go to Christmas Valley. I was like, what's he need help with? What does my dad need help with?
You'll find out when you get there.
I guess so. So I text my mom and I say, okay, what does he need help with? Like, what's going on over there that I need to come 6 hours over there to figure out what's going on? Well, he's just doing all these things and he wants me to help and blah, blah, blah. And you really don't need to come over here. He's just being cranky. Oh, so he doesn't need help. you need somebody to distract him from you.
So he's
You
not
two,
cranky.
you two are now retired, so now you're in a house together all day long for the rest of your lives, and you need him distracted. Got it? Okay, I'll be.
So
home.
did you go?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I left in the
that's
morning.
Nice. Just you by yourself or your
yep.
whole family?
Just me by myself.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I got over there Saturday
Where'd
morning.
you take your truck?
My truck.
Okay.
Got over there Saturday morning, and of course, I'm on his Life 360, so he tracked me as I'm coming. He started stalking me when I got to Madras,
Probably very excited his son's coming to see him.
and by the time I got from Madras to their house, he's sitting at the
Oh my
driveway. So they have 3 different driveways. One's right on the road that you have to go up, and it's right at the property line on this road, and he's sitting there with the tractor just waiting.
Oh my gosh.
What do you?
Why did you guys move to Christmas Valley? You love your family so much. Moocher. Phone duties. You love your family so much, but you moved to Christmas Valley. See, if they were closer.
See, and
All the
the
little
bad
camps.
thing. So the bad thing is they both love it over there.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
Who is it? Okay.
Who is
Okay. Someone from class can I? You guys talk. I'll be right back.
Oh, what? With Mooch?
Yeah, you just.
You want to talk with Moocher?
Talk with Mooch. Make Mooch talk.
Oh my gosh, this could be interesting. Oh, Moocher don't talk very much. Anyway, Paula, whatever. Christmas Valley, I'm sure it's great. But you guys are so family oriented. I'm just surprised that you're all, because you guys have always been like a tight family. Anyway, look, Mooch is back. Mooch, what do you want to talk about? What'd you do this weekend besides lay in bed?
I got home Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Power went out.
Oh yeah, I thought I saw something about Vernonia's power going out.
There was a down transformer up on Top Hill, and it took out all the power. Everybody was freaking out.
Yeah, everyone was
on
complaining.
The community boards.
Yes.
And some of their comments were really funny.
Oh.
This is a good year. They were actually funny this year. Turned back on. Friday, me and Dad went out of town to go get wood to build shelves in the laundry room. And then we got back from town. Went and got the dogs.
Oh, you got your pups.
Yeah.
Yay.
And then what else happened? Saturday. What was Saturday? What did I do Saturday? Saturday I cleaned my room.
Whoa, what? That's good.
I got like halfway done with it.
Right on.
And I spent like a good long time on it.
It's dirty.
It's still dirty. Not as bad though.
Okay.
Went through my cousin's grandma's clothes because she passed away.
Oh.
Yeah, that was that.
Wow.
Yeah. And then Sunday. What was Sunday? New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Yep.
Did nothing. Laid in my bed for.
Did your family do anything for New Year's?
We were going to. Normally we all go down to my grandma's house. In Vernonia. We go down there, play poker, sequence, just play games, eat food, and get fat.
It didn't happen.
No, everybody was sick apparently, so.
So you just did your own thing.
I laid in my bed
Oh my god.
for like 7 hours straight
Okay.
because I was
Oh,
low-key
Aunt
kind
Julie's here. I wonder
of
what
pissed
Aunt
off
Julie's
too.
doing. You were
but,
pissed off?
Yeah, I
Why?
can't talk about that on
Okay,
here, though.
don't talk about that. No.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But,
Aunt Julie's here. I don't know what she's got. She's bringing a sourdough starter. Here comes Aunt Julie. Y'all get ready to meet Aunt Julie.
and then Monday, a lot happened.
Come on in here, Aunt Julie.
A lot of cleaning happened. And then I had to go save Jesse and Jaden from Scappoose, so that was fun.
This is Aunt Julie.
Here's your sourdough starter.
And thank you. And she brought us sourdough starter
Yes.
for when Will makes pancakes. Now, Aunt Julie,
Yes.
please tell me, okay, what do I have to do? Do I just put this in the
You
fridge?
put it in the fridge for
And
about
then-
a week.
Okay.
And then every week you need to pull it out, and I put in a half a cup of flour
You pull it out and put a half a cup of flour in it,
and about not quite a third cup of water,
and a third a cup of water.
and stir it up, and just let. And then I put it.
Put it back in.
No, I put. Well, you can. I put Saran wrap over it, and then I leave it on my counter for a day, and then I use it.
Oh, then you use it. Okay. But if we-
use it.
Oh, we got starter.
And
If
then,
we don't use it though,
if you don't use it, then just feed it and put it back in the fridge.
feed it what you just said, like the with the flour
So
and the
like-
water.
Is it like a
Okay.
quarter cup of flour?
It's a half a cup of flour and about a third cup of water.
Does it matter what kind of water? Does it?
They
That-
say like not chlorine treated water.
Okay,
We
so
can just use the bottled water.
I was gonna say we could just use our bottled water.
Make sure it's.
I don't use like ice cold water. Usually kind of warm, and then just let it sit out, and it'll double. It'll start bubbling. Doing it, but
Woohoo!
smells delish.
Thank you, Aunt Julie.
Yes.
Aunt Julie makes us all kinds
Aunt Julie
of
loves
good
us.
things. And yeah, she takes
Oh yeah, that's good sauce.
Oh yeah. Smell it.
2020.
Moocher.
So it's almost 4 years old.
Sweet. We love it. Thank
Yes.
you, Aunt Julie.
You're welcome. See you later.
Bye, Aunt Julie.
Bye.
Aunt Julie.
Aunt Julie loves us.
I mean, she can cook like nobody's business. And she loves to cook for these two. Well, she loves to cook for everybody here. But these two, I think, are the biggest beneficiaries on a regular basis.
True statement.
And she loves it because they are all about, they thank her and tell her how great she is and all her food. So she is like, oh, and then she just goes home, whips stuff up for these guys. And they're so excited when they see Aunt Julie because she's always bringing them great stuff.
Cream puffs.
And apparently, yeah, she makes the most, she is the best baker. And she makes cream puffs. And what else does she make?
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes. She makes maple
Oh.
bacon cupcakes,
Oh,
lemon-filled cupcakes, raspberry
filled.
cupcakes.
Oh, oh.
Now she's got, just happens to have sourdough starter in her fridge. And that we asked if we could have some because Will likes to make pancakes.
Mhm.
And so
And
they
then
wanted sourdough
Now we
pancakes.
can do sourdough pancakes. Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
Let's
Yeah.
have pancakes for lunch.
Well, you guys do whatever you want.
Well, we gotta wait. We gotta feed this
We
and let
gotta
it
feed
double so that we can take some of the starter out, so that we can use that, use the waste into a recipe.
Well, that sucks.
So this is honestly, this is probably just waste from her
Yep.
starter
Mm-hmm.
that we'll just have to feed.
These guys.
So we need to get some flour.
Yeah, when you get some flour, I can pick that up on Friday when I go to town. Or I can bring some flour in.
Do we
like
have
I
flour?
could bring flour. We might. If we did, it'd be very minor. It'd be small amount because I don't buy a lot of that stuff here because I don't want it to. What don't I want it to do?
Oh, you don't want it to go bad.
Yes, I
Because
don't want
flour
it to go
goes
bad.
bad.
These
Flour-
guys, they don't
flour
think
turns-
anything.
look, flour turns into sourdough
They don't
starter,
think
which makes
anything
it
goes
better.
bad. Nothing goes bad. I do not
Oh,
trust these
not
people
true.
to cook for you because
Not true.
if it's been
Milk
in the if
does
it has
go
been
bad.
in the pantry, if it's been in the pantry for 5 years, they don't care. It could say that it expired. It can have a date on it of expiration, like 2 years.
It's not
They're
an
like,
not an
it's a
expiration date.
suggestion.
It is a best buy date, not an expiration date. There's a difference.
So they don't think pancake mix ever goes bad,
No.
ever. Like it could be 20 years old. These guys are using it. So just be careful.
Sourdough turns into sourdough. Better for you.
I don't know that it turns, it just miraculously turns into
I'm pretty sure it does.
sourdough. So I would just be careful. This one cooks. This one just eats. She doesn't
I
cook.
can't-
So honestly,
Tacos.
yeah, you probably don't have to worry about this one because this one likes to cook.
We can make sourdough flour tortillas.
Okay, and I think we should try and make sourdough bread.
I think we should too. I
Yeah.
think that's a great idea.
Yes.
But again, we got to let this thing double, and we
Yeah.
got to make it bigger.
Beer.
Bigger.
What'd you say?
Bigger.
Oh,
Beer bread's pretty
guys are
good too.
making
Have you ever
sourdough
tried-
beer.
I have made some beer bread before. That's pretty good.
That's nice.
You use a dark beer in your flour, and then you. It's pretty good.
Well, why don't you make it yourself?
Sourdough beer bread.
Why don't you make
Oh
it?
my goodness.
Can't cook. My dad told me
Doesn't cook.
to watch the chicken last night He was cooking chicken for dinner. He
Okay.
told me to watch it.
Ooh, that reminds
And
me.
I go, okay, I'm watching it. And I was watching it, and I was.
Did you just stand by the oven and
Yeah.
watch it as it was cooking?
Wow.
And I looked at my mom
Ever
because
heard
she
of a
was in the
timer?
laundry room, and I go, I don't know how to cook chicken, and I think it's burning. She goes, flip them, and I go, okay. So I flipped them, and then Dad walks over to me. He goes, "You burnt my chicken," and I go, "You told me to watch it. I don't know how to."
You didn't tell me to flip it. You just told me to watch it.
Do they pound it out first?
No.
I pound my chicken out. So
Yeah,
it cooks faster and
tenderloins.
it's even. Oh, tenderloins are good.
We used to get the full like chicken breasts, but they're too dry.
No, tenderloins are good.
So I did something with chicken last night. I tried my own little chicken cordon bleu.
Okay.
I didn't bread it, but just kind of filleted the breasts
Mhm.
and opened them up and threw some ham in there,
Yeah.
threw some cheese in there, and
Nothing
Did-
wrong with that.
did
Did you like
some-
it?
it was pretty good.
I just made the old casserole last night. I made chicken and rice.
Mm.
It was chicken and rice. I like to put peas and carrots, but I don't have any carrots, so I just put peas in it. Oh,
So you ruined it.
your favorite. And
So what
just
you're saying-
this
she
is
ruined
very basic, guys. This is super basic, and it had some Campbell's cream of chicken soup in there, and some chicken stock,
You know what makes that better?
and some onion.
You know what makes that better? Some cream of mushroom soup.
No, I'm not using cream of mushroom soup. But I did make. You'll be proud of me. I made beef tips, and in the slow cooker there was a recipe for it, and it called for cream of mushroom soup. And so I bought 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. One of which, hold on. I don't like mushrooms of any type.
no,
I
she
don't like
doesn't.
that
She hates
fungi
them.
stuff. Campbell's now makes a cream of everyone in the world probably knows this but me because I never buy cream of mushroom soup. Campbell's now makes a cream of mushroom with garlic.
Mhm.
And so I made it with that.
Have forever.
Okay, stop it. I just realized that. And so anyway, I made those for Oli. And he liked those. He
Oh
liked
yeah,
those
because it's
tips.
got cream of mushroom soup in it. Man, you could throw cream of mushroom soup on almost anything, and it's delicious.
We
Probably
used
not.
to make it. Take our chicken, put it in a pan, fry it up, whatever. Put cream of mushroom soup, and then like vegetables of some type, and then a bowl of rice. It'd be a big bowl of rice. You'd put rice, and then chicken, and then cream of mushroom soup on top of everything.
Yeah, it's delicious. Or so, I cook a lot of wild game, at least birds, in cream of mushroom soup. So you take a big casserole dish, and then you do a bed of rice, and then you put like pigeon breasts on top of that, and then you cover everything in cream of mushroom soup and cook it. So good. Yum yum yummy.
Okay. So what you could do, that's almost like my original recipe for that, which I just
You
took
would
a
use
cup
cream-
of,
You would just
I took
use
a
cream
cup of
chicken.
rice. I put you put your cream of mushroom, but I put cream of chicken soup, and then I take my chicken stock, and I put I don't know how much it was. What was it? A cup and a half of chicken stock, I think it was. And then I mix that up, and then I actually just put minced onion in there. You don't have to do that because he doesn't like onion because he's a weirdo. And then I find my veg, like usually be peas and carrots. I mix all that up, and then I just take a cup of rice, dry rice, and throw it in there and mix all that up. And then you would take chicken breast, whatever kind of chicken you have, or poultry, whatever it is, and just lay that out on top. And then I would cover it in tinfoil and put it in the oven at 350 for like an hour.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah, but you don't have to cook the rice first. all I'm
Right,
saying.
you don't cook the rice first.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
put,
good.
So you put the rice down, and then you put the cream, or you put everything on top of the rice.
Yeah. See, I'd mix it all together.
Sometimes I'll do green beans in there.
Yeah,
See?
green beans be good.
Green.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Anyway.
eat a lot of veg.
No. Green beans, but rice, green beans, and then chicken stock or just water, whatever you got going on.
I like chicken
And then you put the poultry bird on top of it, and then dump cream of mushroom over the top, and then cook it. And then the rice fluffs up and soaks in all the cream of mushroom.
Mix it all.
Yeah, you mix. I just said you mix the rice and the green beans and everything before you
But
put
you just said the cream. But you put the cream of mushroom soup
on top of everything.
Why?
Yes,
I would
to
mix that
make
in.
it better.
I would mix that all in with all the other stuff. So it's all mixed, and then it all absorbs
But the
evenly into the rice, and it
but
has
the-
a very
but the
flavorful,
poultry-
flavorful rice.
the poultry needs the cream of mushroom on top of it to make
Leave
everything
a little.
cream
We'll
of
leave
mushroom.
a little back. How's that?
No,
Okay. So
you lost me.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, bye.
Mm.
Anywho's.
What else? Anything else that you did this weekend? Nothing.
Actually, yeah. Burnt the crap out of my hand.
From what?
Well, I went over to Christmas Valley, and my dad had projects that I helped him with.
Uh-huh.
So he got a new. How do I put this? He got a new yellow tractor.
Okay.
It's not really a tractor. It's a 1984 Jeep CJ7 that he hooked a disc to.
Okay.
So he was tearing out sagebrush, and I was disking the field.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, as we're disking, I don't know what I hit, but
Something.
one of the discs off the disc broke. So had to go take it to the shop and weld it back together. So the disc actually broke off of the spindle that spins all the discs. So I was holding that disc where it needed to be, and of course, old welder pants has all the protective gear, and I just have a hood so that I can see what I'm doing. And he started welding, and a nice little piece of molten metal ended up right there. It looks a lot better than it did, but it's fine. Can't feel right there anymore. Probably a 3rd-degree burn. It'll be fine. Just a little tiny piece. There was a lot of choice words used.
Wow, that's weird.
And
that's so
let's
weird.
just say the tack that he was welding didn't hold
Oh.
because I dropped that thing real fast.
You did. Oh gosh. Okay.
So that was fun.
So much for safety.
Yeah.
Um,
I might have a picture of it
Mm.
of the finished project. What a disastrous looking thing this is. See if I can find it. Doopy doopy doo.
Oh, also, I killed a rat in the barn.
Oh, you killed a rat, huh?
Yeah, don't tell Oli. Oli, don't watch the podcast. Okay, so I might have bought this.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, amazing. It's very exciting.
Yeah. Anyway,
Good job. So, what do you call that stuff? And then I asked about that rat bait.
rat bait. I don't think
Tomcat.
Yeah, I don't think you talked to me about any rat
Okay.
bait.
Anyway, so I bought a whole bucket of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they're like these chunks of like bait. And I just took that stuff. I bought a little bucket of it, and I opened it up in the tack room. And I just put one of those baits out and just set it on top of the bucket. That's all I did. And then I noticed one day that section of bait was gone. And like 2 days later, I went out to the barn. I was cleaning the barn, and I look outside the doors, and there is a dead rat curled up right at the walkway when you walk in. Anyway, so I put another one out. I just take one out of the bucket and just set it right on top. So I think some mice have been chewing on it because I watch it. I don't touch it. I just watch it. And I noticed that the little bait moved, and there's nibblies on the ends of them. So I'm like, eat up, my friends. So just FYI, I was very excited about that. What else? Holly is
About to pop.
she's getting closer and closer, and this is her first baby, so she is kind of showing just uncomfortable stages. She doesn't have like a bag or anything yet, but she is blowing her entire coat. I have to pull her sheet every week and just scrub her. And it looks like a little miniature horse is on the ground when I'm done, because all of her hair is, before a mare foals, anywhere from about 4 to 8 weeks, let's just say. 4 to 8 weeks before they foal, they start what we call blowing their coat. So if they had a winter coat on, it's like it's late spring and they're letting go of their coat so their summer coat can come in. But they do it before they foal. And so I just take this, it's a plastic curry. It's called a flower, and it's the best thing. And you just scrub them all over. And I mean, that coat comes out like crazy, and she loves it. Anyway, and I had to test to see if I could touch her. I don't want to say anything bad, but this isn't bad. So nobody think it's bad. I had to touch her teats because some horses, I had to see how she was going to react.
Some are tender down there, so they don't they
Yeah.
won't let the foal.
Well, or they'll try and kick me to death if I'm trying to help, and so I just wanted to see how she would be.
Not a
Does
problem,
Holly do anything wrong ever in her entire life? I just went down there and said, okay, I'm going to touch these. And she's like, okay. She's the sweetest horse on the face of the planet. She's got the nicest, sweetest, kindest baby. Anyway, I'm very excited for her.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Okay, we got that. Also, on my little tirzepatide weight loss journey, I took my last 2-unit dosage last Saturday. So now I'm moving up to this Saturday, because you have to do it for a whole month. 2 units or I think it's 0.2 mil. And you have to give it for a whole entire month just to get your body acclimated to this stuff. And so this Saturday I double the dose. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. After my mom watched our podcast, she was saying that her doctor was talking about putting her on tirzepatide. For
Paula?
Yeah.
Does she have diabetes?
our whole family does.
But your mom is not overweight. I don't consider your mother overweight. Is your mom
I wouldn't consider
gained a few pounds?
Oh, yeah.
Because seriously, Paula, I have never thought ever a day in my life that you...
Because she also has thyroid issues. So
okay.
she's been gaining a little bit of extra weight. And her doctor was...
Yeah, thyroid can do that. What is it? Hypothyroidism.
Yeah. Or her thyroid is underactive.
Yes.
And her doctor was talking about putting her on that. And she's like, let's wait on that. I'm going to see how
I do.
How I do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so far so good. People...
She's 100% more active now that she's over in the Valley of Nothing Land.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, anyway, I like it so far. People keep saying, and you keep seeing that people are saying that they have reactions to it. I've had not one reaction. I don't even know what people are talking about. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I think that if people say they're having reactions, they're having reactions. Some people say, let's get gross. Some people say they have diarrhea. Some people say they get constipated. Some people say they get nauseous. Some people say they're just all these different things. They can't eat certain things, or it reacts badly with their stomach. Nothing. Nada. Nothing. Zero.
Are you doing it right?
Yeah, maybe not. I've given it twice now in the stomach. One in the right arm, one time in the left arm. You're supposed to rotate where you do it because they say you can get scar tissue if you do the same spot, if you give this shot in the same spot. So this next week I'll do the first time in the thigh. So that's where you do it. You can do a shot on the right and the left side of the stomach, on the back of the right arm and the left arm, and then you can do it in your right and your left thigh. So that's what I'll do my new ones in. Anyway, that's about it there. Telling you, you just don't have I don't have all the cravings I used to have. So anyway, it's really great. Other than that, I don't know what else to tell you. That was my weekend.
That was your weekend, huh? That was it. Hermit McHermitson. Huh.
It's not very exciting. We burned the stuff at the farm. Burned debris at the farm.
Yes.
And
Yard debris.
Yes,
Yard debris.
we
Paper
sure
and
did.
cardboard, yes.
We sure did, and got all that taken care of. Oli is working on the farm right now.
Are they logging on?
Yeah, there's 2 different locations. One is right in front of my house. So yesterday we had to remove all of the vehicles. And
I saw that. I saw that on his Instagram because.
It's on his Instagram. I haven't even been on his Instagram.
Maybe you should get on his.
I guess I should get.
I
on
know
his
more about your husband than you do.
I'm just saying I don't always get on the old Insta, and then Oli
loves
to post.
Did you like what I sent you?
Which one?
The one about the houseplants.
Yes, because that's me. And if she wasn't here, I think I would have killed my little houseplant already a million times. That is so true.
It's so good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I was scrolling through the old gram, and then that popped up, and I was like, "Oh, that's Marianne." Send.
Yes, I send Willem. If I do get on the old Insta, I do send Willem things on Instagram.
That's all the coworker things.
It's all the coworker things. Yes, I love those.
Yes,
and
those
who
are
else
good.
am I going to send it to? You. And so
I answer.
I send him all the coworker things. Oli sends me like a minimum 4 things every day on the old Insta. And so I do check it. I guess I just didn't see. I don't check it a lot. How's that? I know Oli's going to send me like 4 videos or pictures or something. At least that many every day.
Oli's posts, if he posts something on Instagram and I'm not on Instagram all the time, but anytime that he posts something, if it's new and I click on the old gram,
That's the first.
it's the first thing that shows up is an Olegram.
He's good at his Instagram. He likes to post stuff on his Instagram.
Now that he figured out how to work it. And
Now, at first he was freaked out. The old Insta scared him at first. He thought all these women were coming for him, and he didn't know how to get it all to stop. He would call me at work when he first started Instagram. He decided he wanted it, so we get him hooked up, and then he would call me at work, honey. There's something's happening. I gotta tell you about this. This woman sent me this message, and I just want you to know what happened, because I think he was afraid like I would somehow see it, and he would think that I thought he was messing around. Not messing around, but messing around on the old Insta.
Mm-hmm.
And he is like, I am not, and I don't know how to make this stop, and it really freaked him out. And anyway, he's got a handle on it, thanks to Miss Kelby Cano helped him.
Miss Kelby Cano figured out the old Instagram algorithm, so he doesn't have all the
bad stuff.
all the scamming.
Yeah, there's lots of girls, which I don't ever get any of that stuff. Why would they?
That's because you're
I'm a girl.
Yeah.
And so these girls, I guess they're looking, I don't know, I'm assuming, I don't know.
They're looking.
Are they looking for money? I'm
Yeah.
assuming they're looking for money. And
Mhm.
somehow they're trying to appeal to guys liking beautiful women. And it obviously works or they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But anyway, Olaf. So once he got that all figured out, now he really likes the old Instagram. And it's his way of getting to connect with people that aren't in his local area, his nieces and his family and his hunting friends that usually aren't out here but once a year during hunting season. And so he can kind of connect with all those people.
Well,
so
and
he really likes that.
And Olaf's a very social person.
He's very social.
So-
I am not. Ole is.
So he's also able to connect with other hunting people out in the world and more logging people out in the
Yeah.
world. And
Yeah.
he can have his socialite conversations that you and I would never have because we're not social people.
Yeah. Nope. He loves all of that. And it's been a good outlet for him to get to, like you said, get to meet other people in the logging industry, maybe not local to us or other hunters that he might not know. And so he gets to see all the stuff that they post and they get to see all the stuff that he posts. So he really likes it. So anyway, I cannot keep up with his posts, obviously, because as Will is saying, he knows that we're logging at the house.
Yeah.
And he was taking trees down. Oh my gosh.
I saw that video.
There's a video?
There's a video of him with the big old, I don't know if it's does he got a John Deere loader
Yeah.
out in front of your house?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's videoing that, and then it swings over, and then you see your house, and I was like, ooh, that's really close.
It is really close. And yesterday, I'm in my house, and he is following these trees. And I mean, it sounds like, it's right outside my door. You can feel the whole house shake. And at one time, he said, he thought about telling me, coming in and informing me and asking me to, go somewhere else. Because the tree could have killed us. But he decided not to. I'm alive, so he didn't kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really big trees. It looks different. I have a different view now.
I bet you do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it took out that whole...
All of those trees by that loader are now gone. Mm-hmm.
I love the sound of a fallen tree.
Yeah, and he is out there. I picked him up a brand new pair of bright orange chaps. And you can see him out there, which is good. He's got his bright orange hat and his bright orange chaps. I got him the wrong paint. I think he has to
Does he have to mark?
Yeah,
mark
I think
trees?
I am not a logger, so please forgive me. But I think when they put the brand in it, they stamp it. I think they put the orange paint over it, maybe so you can see where the brand's at.
Yep.
And he sent me over to Cowlitz all by myself because he didn't want to go.
Idea.
And he needed pink ribbon. He needed a box of pink ribbon, and he needed. It said fluorescent orange paint, and so there was. That's not what they call it. They're both bright. They're both bright. They're all bright paints, right? Because it's made. But there was one called High Vis orange. That's what he wanted. Did I get him high vis?
No, you got orange.
Nope, I just got orange. He's like, "That's the wrong paint." I'm like, "Well, too bad, so sad." He said the other stuff it's just not nearly as visible.
Right.
It's just not. And he goes, "You don't get your money's worth." He felt out of it. Oh well, bought him a whole box.
Well, now
Use it up.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So that's what he's working on today. He was out there. I could hear him running the chainsaw this morning when I left. And then they're doing some other little spot. And then I think his job, his Stimson job, starts today or tomorrow.
did he finish up the one up on Northrop?
No.
Or do they have to pull out of that because of the rain and?
He's gonna pull out of that for the winter time.
Makes sense.
They really, really like Olaf very much, and they want him to keep working for him. But he's got also Stimson's good work too.
Yeah.
So Koenickis have been great. They've been great about everything, but he's also pretty excited to get a job that's going to last for a few years, so that he can go work that in the wintertime. And he'll have time to work for the Koenickis in the summertime,
In the good months.
whatever. And then so he's actually pretty excited about that. But he had to wait. I think he didn't sign the contract on the Stimson one until the very end of December, and they were waiting on road work that had to get done, so it kind of held Olaf up, and so he's just
We
doing
need to get him in here. We need to get him to sit right next to old Moocher,
Oh my gosh,
get the
he
old-
loves talking logging.
and we need to do a interview with the Birkenfeld Bigfoot,
The Birkenfeld Bigfoot.
the Mist Mystery Man.
Mhm.
That's not really a mystery because everybody
Yeah.
everybody everywhere knows
Yeah.
Olaf Berg.
Real quickly, I don't know how long we've been on here. I'd also like
hour
to
and 10.
say, give our condolences to the Crawford family. Former chief Dave Crawford passed away. What was that?
The 30th.
On the 30th of December. So he was the chief here for 30 plus years,
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe. And when I started here, Chief Crawford was my fire chief. No, that's not true. Well, he was for a month because Joe came on a month after I did. So he was my fire chief for a month, and then Chief Joe came on, and Chief Crawford was here more as mentor and help everybody transition into new staffing, and he did help me a lot. I learned a lot from him. He was always very kind to me. Chief Crawford was always very kind to me, always, and taught me a lot of stuff. And he was also always very complimentary. He was just a nice man. I think Chief Crawford just wanted to see the fire district move in the right direction and be successful. And he was on my interview panel when they interviewed me. He was a nice man. He was a very nice man to me, and my condolences to the family, and he was a good man. So I just wanted to say that. Yeah.
Yep. When I started as a volunteer here in 2007, Chief Crawford was my fire chief.
Yep.
He was my first fire chief. Been through a lot of them. He was probably the nicest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy was very instrumental in growing this department, building the foundation that we are currently walking on.
Yep.
And trying to build on. He's done a lot of things for the Miss Birkenfeld community. He was actually our first paid fire chief here,
Yeah, he was.
and was able to work deals with Northwest Natural and to make it so that we did have paid staff here. He was definitely innovated for his time and the small community that we have to get us the stuff that we needed to be successful.
Yeah.
And to continue being successful even in our positions now. So definitely our condolences to the Crawford family.
Mm-hmm. And you knew him since you were a little girl, didn't you?
I used to give him candy
Yeah.
all the time. I'd walk
Yeah.
in here. I'd be like, "You want this?" He goes, "Yeah." He had a little pile of candy that I would give him on his desk.
Because Mooch is the granddaughter of the now volunteer assistant chief. Previously was the assistant chief for the fire district, and this is her granddaughter. And so she's been coming in here since She was, I mean, before my time, since she was just a little girl, and so she knows all of the staff that is now retired, and she knows all of us, and so little moocher. She's near and dear to our heart. We all like her very much, and
Most days.
we do like her. And anyway, so she knew Chief Crawford as well, and it's a small community, so most everybody in this community, one way or the other, knew who Chief Crawford was, and anyway, it's he was a good man, and I like Chief Crawford. So okay, that's all I got to say about that. We got to go put your stuff in the fridge.
Yep, we've been on here for about an hour and 15, so
Okay.
I think it's
Gosh,
time.
I hope it's exciting enough for the fire chief when he reviews our work.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Well,
Yeah.
things are going downhill. We got to make it better.
Yeah, and the way you guys are going to make it better is to irritate me. So,
Yes,
oh my.
that's the best way to make things better is to irritate you, and then everybody laughs.
Is that what happens when you guys get bored? Is that why you come hopping out of your little office and you
We
come,
are never bored.
and you come walking down there and you start stuff? That's why now I know what it is. You and Joe both do it. Joe will be in his office for forever, and then all of a sudden he just walks out, and where does he land? In my doorway. And then this one hops right out behind him,
What?
and then they gang up on me. It's never.
I would never.
It is never
would
one
never.
of them with me ganging up on the other. No. Apparently, they also think I'm strong because it takes two of them to gang up on me.
Well, you try when Haley's around. You try to use
Oh yeah,
Haley.
Haley's fun. You guys wait till you meet Haley. She is a hoot.
You try to use Haley as a
Yeah, but I've had
backup.
I've had to duke it out with you guys all by myself for months now because she's been in paramedic school.
Yeah. Well, do you really?
I can't wait for her to come back.
Do you really think that?
Oh,
between-
Haley can hold her own.
Oh, I know she can. You two can hold your own alone. You can. hold
Haley's
your own.
just super
Do
funny.
you really think that Chief and I can't just poke at both of you and see what happens?
Stuff's gonna happen. You wait till
It'll be great.
You wait till I get my
See,
Chiefs
and
outfit, and you guys.
Your
I will-
Chief's outfit?
My Chiefs outfit next year
I
is
thought
gonna
it
be
was-
so amazing.
Should you really be rooting for the Chiefs? Shouldn't you be rooting for like a commissioner team or something?
What?
You're not a chief. You're a commissioner. There's a big difference.
I like my Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to root for
Is
them.
that why you root for the Chiefs? Because you love your Chiefs so much here, so
No,
you have
that's
to
not-
root for the.
that's Pretty
you have to
sure
root-
that's not why.
So you have to root for the Chiefs.
No.
I see what it is.
I like
you
the Chiefs in
oh.
Kansas City.
Oh, you love us. Oh, isn't that
The Chiefs in Kansas City are pretty awesome.
Meh.
Anyway, yeah, you wait. You wait. Next year, we're still having this podcast.
We are.
I will be decked
We're-
out in red.
We are in next year.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
is
this
next year.
year, this fall, when they come back, it's gonna be a whole thing.
I'm gonna laugh when they trade Kelsey and your Mahomes isn't playing for him anymore either.
My homie is gonna be playing for Kansas City for a long time.
Maybe.
Okay,
It's
that's
gonna be a
it.
bad day when they trade him.
Yeah.
I'll laugh.
You know what? We're gonna get done with this podcast, and I'm gonna have to turn off this heater, and then I'm gonna be cold again.
You'll just walk into your office where there's another
No,
heater.
but then I have to. Then it has to heat up the room, and
I'm
it's a
surprised
whole
you
thing.
haven't sent Mooch out there to turn your heater on for you.
No, I'll do it myself, but then I have to wait for it to heat up, and it feels so comfy here
All
right
right,
now.
we gotta stop this. We gotta get back to work. All right. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year!
We'll see you around.
Bye.